Karen Bass's nearly $14 billion
Oh, shit, I missed
budget
it. They were
plan
talking
for the
about
next
discussing the
fiscal year
homelessness
includes a boost to the
issues
LA
here in
Fire
LA.
Department and layoffs in
Still
other
work to be
departments,
done.
but
A
City
lot of
Fire
work to
would
be done.
receive a
What else?
13% increase in funding as well as 227
Yes.
new positions. A
Whoop,
federal
whoop.
judge
Go
extended
Bass.
the temporary order preventing the Trump administration from moving or deporting anyone in Colorado under the 18th Century Alien Enemies Act. The order now lasts until May 6th. The judge says she could extend it further. She's also requiring the federal government to provide a 21 days notice to anyone facing deportation. A federal judge in Georgia is giving the Trump
Way to go,
administration
Judge.
until tonight to reinstate the immigration status of over 130 current and former students. So far, more than
Yes.
100 students have sued
The student
administration
visas,
for
the
revoking
dreamers.
student visas.
Nice.
2 students also had their visas restored in Oregon.
Good Tuesday to you, meteorologist Robert Santos here with your weather on the
Oh, let's do that with them.
After those morning clouds cleared, we got a lot of sunshine from the coast out towards the basins, the mountains, and the deserts. A beautiful spring day with temperatures in the low 60s at the coast, so that's where you still will need a jacket. Inland, though, we're getting up into the mid 70s, mostly Chino, Corona.
I still want to do this myself. I'm always.
60s west of the mountains. Now, tomorrow, temperatures will come down 2 to 5 degrees. This is part of the cooling trend.
Wow. Yeah, it was really hot. Now it's cold again. It's getting pushed out to the west or east. So we're being on the west coast.
Started as a protest
Earth
in
Day.
California on April 22nd, 1970. It's now become an
Nice.
annual tradition.
Do I start
across
here?
Europe. About 1 billion people every
We love you,
year
Earth.
involved across 193 countries. And this year the theme is clean energy.
Clean
one of the many
energy.
stories
Okay,
that
nice.
we think about when we think about the planet and sustainability and more. And joining me now to discuss all of this is Leah Thomas, a Los Angeles-based environmental author, also a board member of Greenpeace.
Greenpeace.
And also someone with a great history when it comes to environmental issues. Thanks for being here. On Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day. Thanks for having me.
You know, just having the commercial break about how someone like you celebrates Earth Day. So I guess let's begin there. I mean, obviously, it's important for all of us, but for someone who thinks so much about the environment every single day, how's Earth Day special to you?
It's so special because there's just like a long legacy of environmental activism, and then today I just like to be outside, connect with grassroots organizations, and just, I don't know, be a bit of a hippie and appreciate the Earth.
Yeah, I mean, Earth Day is an organizing principle. It gives us all an opportunity to pause and say, okay, what's happening with the Earth? And obviously, with people talk about climate change and the issues that we face environmentally and how they show up. We think about the LA wildfires recently and beyond all these ways.
Without the
in which
planet, we have
we
nothing.
understand that the Earth is important and what's happening is changing the way we experience it. But Earth Day itself, I mean, 55 years in, cynics will say, I mean, every year we talk about it and we forget about it until 364 days later. What do you feel substantively has come from Earth Day? Well, how can we bounce off of it to make
Look how beautiful our
So they
planet
called it
is.
alphabet soup after the first Earth Day. There were just so many acronyms like the Clean Air Act and the Clean Water Act, and all of those things were created because of Earth Day. Even the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency happened because of Earth Day, and that was less than 2% of the U.S. population that was involved. I think
Nice.
it just goes to show people power can really create systemic changes
Absolutely.
in the environmental regulation that we have today.
So those are some
Don't let
tangible
Trump roll those back.
organizations and departments that come on the back of Earth Day. So we think about it now with these more pressing concerns, because those are in the history, and people also have issues with the EPA, saying, what's happening now with the EPA? Does it have, my pet project, my neighborhood's interests at heart? We think about with the fires. I mean, the EPA did do this phase 1 toxic debris removal, but how can Earth Day be a part of what we're seeing coming out of the fires?
I would say if we want to segue away from some of those organizations, like getting as grassroots as possible, there are so many amazing organizations across the city, whether we're talking about the Tree People or organizations like Hike Club.
Oh, look at all that stuff from the LA fire still.
Regardless of their background or their
Or what
political
had happened in
background.
January.
So I would say getting as grassroots as possible is the best way to honor Earth Day, especially when the systems that be may not be protecting people the ways that they should.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want people to realize, so Leah, as a board member of Greenpeace, is actually thinking about a lot of these things. And also, she has worked at various corporations in environmental capacity, including Apple and Patagonia. I hope you don't mind me sharing those corporation names, but they're huge
Okay,
corporations.
that's enough for the news today.